Taurus family, these are your messages for November 2024. If you're a Taurus sun, moon, rising, Venus, tune in. These messages may resonate for you. The first card that I want to talk about here is called Hope. This says hope is always there, even if we can't see it. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one. So if you felt a little bit more pessimistic lately, think about your mindset. What energy have you been putting out into the universe? And are you starting to see the effects of that? Some overarching themes that you might experience through the month ahead is the High Priestess. You are receiving some strong intuitive messages. I feel like you're either amping up your spiritual practices or diving back into your spiritual practices if you've been neglecting them for a little while. So whether you're meditating or doing yoga or journaling, working with the moon cycles, whatever it might be for you, I feel like you're starting to do those things again. You're getting excited about them because you're really feeling connected. You're really receiving the messages quite strongly here. You have the Five of Wands. Now you're working towards something. You're working at something. Not everybody else is going to agree that that's the path that you should take. Not everybody else is going to agree that, you know, this is the action that you should be taking at this time. The end goal is the same, right? We want you to be happy, healthy, loved, whatever it might be. But at the end of the day, you've got to follow the path that your heart is guiding you to go towards. And then also, not everybody is on your side. Not everybody is on your team. And that's okay. One of my favorite phrases to remind myself of regularly is, it's none of my business what other people think of me. It is none of my business. The Ten of Swords. You might feel a little bit overwhelmed. I do feel like there are some changes to your schedule and routine, and I will talk about that when we get to the challenge portion of this reading. But it might feel like you have a lot on your plate. I feel like there's a lot of things coming in and a lot of responsibilities. There could be a big shift and change that's causing you to feel some energetic disruption, or your physical body might be responding to a bunch of little things building up. Now, when I do see the Ten of Swords, this is like you're almost at the end though. It's almost over. Don't give up. If you've felt a lot of pushback, especially whatever this path is, if you've felt a lot of pushback lately, or just in general, know that you're at the end of the road. Things will be smoother coming in. Queen of Swords. Some of you are stepping into a teaching position. You're either teaching somebody how to do something. Maybe you're up-leveling at work to where instead of you doing the things, you're teaching how to do the things so that you don't have to do the things. I also feel like some of you are traveling. You're going to be away from home, so you might be talking to your partners or a family member or a friend, something like that, and explaining to them how to do something. I know that that's not necessarily an overarching theme, but it might be something that kind of pops up again and again throughout the month where you're having to step into a role of explaining and teaching. It doesn't feel condescending. It doesn't feel like, oh, I'm so tired of having to explain this thing. It feels like I genuinely want to teach people how to do this thing. This is how I do it. Maybe you could benefit from it. Whether that's how you cook a meal, or how you get your perfect cookies, whatever it might be. I feel like you're sharing something. Maybe you're sharing your story. Maybe you're doing more journaling. So this is something that you might be experiencing again and again throughout the month. An affirmation that might be good for you to repeat to yourself is, I am a masterpiece. I am a masterpiece. You are a one-of-a-kind work of art. Everything about you is intentional. It's funny because I almost said intellectual. I really do think that you're going to be in your head a lot, not necessarily in a bad way, but I feel like you're going to be doing some analyzing, investigating, I'm hearing, inspecting things, and trying to come up with either a plan of action or tweak. You're tweaking something. Maybe you're tweaking how you do something, how you spend your time, something like that. But anyway, you're one-of-a-kind work of art. Everything about you is intentional. Accept your uniqueness and put it on display for the world to see. You could be in the spotlight here with the Queen of Swords. Maybe you're going to be in front of a big group of people speaking. and sharing your story or something like that. Now, potential challenges. You have the Five of Pentacles. I do feel like this is kind of an ego-based card. So Taurus, this is an ego check. Try not to make decisions solely based on, oh, this is what I think is going to make me look good, right? We don't just want to be making choices based on what we think is going to make us look the best and appease other people. That's part of why the Five of Wands had come out too. However, this is also a card reminding you, don't be too proud to ask for help. If you're struggling with something, especially if it has to do with your schedule, maybe you need some help with the kids, you need some help with some stuff around the house, whatever it might be, you need some help with rent this month, and you have somebody that you can ask. There's no shame in that. I do feel like Spirit is encouraging you to check your finances. We have the King of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles in reverse. There could be something around the home that needs your attention or needs an investment. I feel like you're having to spend some money on something. Now, maybe it's a hot water heater, or maybe it's something simple like one of the tiles on your floor busted. So you just have to replace one tile. You know what I mean? Could be something small like that. But I do think that if you haven't set aside a budget for like bigger oopsies in your house, bigger things that need to be replaced, now is the time to start saving if you can, even if it's just, you know, $10 a paycheck or $5 a paycheck. I know it seems really small, but any little bit is going to help you when the time comes that you have to do that. So that's a potential challenge, is also feeling like you have enough, right? I have enough. I am enough. And so maybe questioning your lifestyle. Do I need all of these things? Or is it just because society told me that I should be spending money on this? But is it actually important to me? So I feel like you're going to be questioning or kind of doing a deep dive into material possessions this month as well, figuring out what is actually important to you. What do you actually use? What do you actually need? And then the Eight of Pentacles is coming out as a potential challenge. And this could be a change of routine, a change of pace. This is also a card of mastery. So don't be getting too distracted. If you have a goal in mind, eliminate certain distractions, but also make sure that you're not over consuming, like spending so much of your time focused on one thing that you are completely eliminating everything else, because that does feel a little bit I don't know if detrimental is the right word, but it does feel like that would maybe not be in your best interest to completely push everything. And the last message that we have here is Earthed, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. This is from the Starseed Oracle. It says, the challenge for all souls having a human experience is to be in the world, but not of it. To realize they are souls having a human experience and be fully conscious of it. To have their soul fully embody their body. People's personalities tend to relate to either transcendence or immanence. Those who lean towards transcendence have a longing for the heavens and the metaphysical. They yearn for a personal experience with God and to be lost in the heavens. They're envious of the angels and are more comfortable praying and hanging out in the stars than on earth. Those who tend toward immanence have attached themselves more to earth and their body. They spend more time thinking about things in this physical world rather than connecting with the heavens or their own mystical inner worlds. Being a fully embodied soul having a human experience means finding the balance between transcendence and immanence, being in the world but not of it. Most starseeds are drawn toward transcendence. They're more comfortable with the angels and the heavens. Life on earth can be more difficult for them. If this is you, you're being reminded that you chose to be a soul and a body on earth, and you're being called to focus more of your energies in the physical world to learn how to be human, a soul in a human body, fully present to what life on earth has to offer you. So I do think that these messages are definitely going along with what I was talking about of feeling more in tune with the divine, with your spirit team, but also focusing on how can I not be so focused on material possessions and have a nice balance of both. That is all for today. If these messages resonated for you, comment, hit the like button, follow me for more, and you can book your personal reading on my website, crystallizewithkate.com.